Hey everyone, it is a beautiful rainy day this morning, and so thought I would do some workout here on the front porch. So, question of the day is the same one that I've been trying to work on for the past week. It is, why do we keep score? So, one of the first things that I talk about with my clients every time we meet, first thing I ask is I get their score. I'll say, hey, so how many out of 42 goals did you get this past week? How many perfect days did you get? How many consecutive perfect days are you on as of yesterday? And how many days of sobriety are you on as of yesterday? So we have 6 goals. 6 times 7 is 42. And we measure that progress, measure those completion. Why do we do that? Why can't we just talk about how things are going generally and bring up bring up new techniques, new strategies, and work on improving those without really measuring it? Well, 3 reasons. One, to get data. Two, to keep yourself honest and accountable. And three, to build motivation and momentum. So one, getting data. It's pretty common knowledge that if you have data on something, you can learn how to improve it. So, particularly with these goals, let's say you're getting a high number of manpower goals. That's what we call them, manpower. It's an acronym for each of the goals. But you're still getting a low number of days of sobriety, not winning as much as you'd like with those battles. Maybe there's something in the manpower goals that needs to be adjusted. Because ideally, they should represent, if you complete all of these manpower goals, your days of sobriety will start to grow. Let's say you have nearly perfect manpower goals, but on the day that you missed one of them, you had a loss. That's a very clear indication that your manpower goals are working. Because you miss one and you have a slip up, a setback. Satan is able to step in and take advantage of that lapse, because it's part of your border. It's an effective border patrol. You know that because of that data. And there are many other things you can learn from just keeping track of your score day to day. Now, secondly, it keeps you honest. How many of us have said, when you think about New Year's resolution, how many of us have made these really big out there goals for, like, yeah, I'm going to lose this amount of pounds. I'm going to make this much money. I'm going to get super strong. I'm going to stop smoking, whatever it is. Like, you have these big goals and it's like, yeah, I'm going to do better this year. And after a few weeks, if you're lucky, maybe a few months, you've given up on it. Not only because you don't have clear plans in place for things to do to build up to those goals, you're not keeping track of it. If you keep track of your goals every single day, whether or not you complete them, with a mark on a journal, whether or not a circle for if you got it, a cross if you got it, or a circle if you didn't get it, or whatever mark you want to use. But keeping clear track of whether or not you got the goal, it is a clear reminder to yourself of the commitments that you've made. It keeps you honest. You can't pretend like you forgot. You know, this isn't meant to guilt trip you, but it is meant to help remind you of, oh yeah, I committed to this. Every single day you should see that checklist and remember, yes, this is my goal. I'm going to at least try to get it. It's in your mind. Keeps you honest. If you don't ever keep track of it, then it's easy to just say, well, yeah, I just kind of forgot about it. That may be nice in the moment, but is that really is that really what you want? And I think deep down we all really actually do want to be happy and to make progress and to become the kind of person that we want to be deep down. So yeah, keeps you real, keeps you honest, keeps you accountable. And lastly, number 3, it helps to build motivation and momentum. Because guys, it may seem like a little bit of a chore to mark off your goals, but as you start to reformat your goals to make them useful and attainable and mark them off every single day, it starts to become addicting. There have been studies shown that your brain it loves that feeling of marking something off. You finish doing this goal that you have for the day, you mark it off. You're like, yes, feels good. And then you do that every single day. And then you look back and you see this streak. You're looking through your journal and you see all these check marks. It's evidence of the wins that you have in your life. And it builds up satisfaction. It's it's rewarding, it's motivating, and it helps to keep the momentum going. Of course, there are going to be times when you lose your goals, but if you format your goals properly and make them attainable, make them useful, make them effective, can be the exception rather than the norm. And you can look at those and see, going back to the data thing, see, oh, I lost this goal. What happened that day? It can be an indicator for you. So there's 3 reasons for you why we keep score. 1, to give us valuable data on the fight and what works and what doesn't. 2, to keep us honest, keep us accountable. And 3, to build up motivation and momentum and a sense of satisfaction. All right. See you in the next video.